Hey, Lauren Hughes here. We're still talking new construction and representation. What I am seeing is concerning. After the last 15 months, I'm seeing a decrease in buyer representation that legally works for the buyer. And what I mean by that, I'm coming from the state of Colorado. New construction is great. It's booming. It's wonderful. You get something nice and shiny and new. I'm also seeing the decrease of builders wanting to work with realtors. They're decreasing commissions, and they're also forgoing realtors altogether. And some builders in Colorado are using something called a buyer's rep. It sounds like it's a representation for the buyer because that's what their title is. These buyer reps are employed by the construction company, the builder, which means they're employed by the builder. They therefore work for the builder. They're legally responsible to the builder, not to the buyer. There's a big difference right there. So if you're in new construction, considering buying new construction, it usually doesn't cost you anything to have your own representation. And that means you need to have a realtor that has signed an ERB, which is an exclusive right to buy, which means that realtor has to put your best interest above all else. It is different from a transaction broker who legally works for the transaction. And it's also different from a buyer's rep who legally works for the builder. So when you're buying new construction, more now than ever, because there's so many different things going on that didn't historically used to happen just with supply chain. And there's no one here is being evil, but everyone's protecting their own interests. And I'm seeing I consider it a dangerous trend where buyers aren't being protected the way that they used to be. And a lot of that has to do with they're hiring a realtor that's not doing anything. They're going to be asleep at the wheel. So make sure you do get that exclusive right to buy so that realtor does have your fiduciary interest. And also make sure they've closed a new construction deal within the last 12 months and ask them what they do. Do they just literally sign on a piece of paper and say, see ya, go talk to the buyer's rep? If that's it, there's no point in that, because then you're going back to that buyer's rep that works for the builder. You want to make sure that you have a buyer's rep that goes to all the meetings. When I represent clients, I go to every single meeting. I do periodic walkthroughs. I might not do it every week, but at the end, the last 4 weeks, I'm there every single week. I'm there at all substantial completion deadlines. I'm there at every inspection, not every builder inspection, but every buyer inspection. I am there every single step of the way. I'm also there after you close, which a lot of agents, they're like, peace, I got my commission check. But I'm going to be there at your 60-day check, and I'm also going to be in there at your 1-year check if you want me there, because I'm going to point out a few other things that you might, you don't know unless you don't know until you know. So thanks guys for tuning in. If you ever have any questions, my door is always open.